We need to work out the ratio LC over LK. I think that one is not gonna be too difficult because here's why. Anyways, we have done the first question. We worked it out in the previous tutorial. The previous tutorial, the link to that is in the description. Now, according to our proportionality theorem, whenever you work with the proportionality theorem, just like what we mentioned in the previous video, you want to work with a portion of the sketch, not the whole thing. Sometimes you just need like a portion of the sketch. And this is what I mean. Technically speaking, if you're going to get CL and LK, then you might as well focus on this sketch, because if you're going to focus on this sketch, then automatically you'll see that CL over LK is just equal to CM over MN. You see, the reason for that is the proportionality theorem, but then you're not done. You've just identified what CL over LK is equal to. You have not given like the ratio. Now, the reason we know that CM over MN is equal to CL over LK is just the proportionality theorem, Now, the big idea now is we now need to make use of like figures on our sketch and values on our sketch for us to come up with something that is concrete. We have something to put down for MC, or rather CM, where the CM is there, we have something to put there, which is this 23x. But then where the MN is, we have nothing to put there. So we need to like figure out what to put there based on the fact that this whole thing here represents 10x. Now this is the whole idea with the proportionality theorem, or work on this kind of work. What I'm about to show you is going to make your life so much easier going forward whenever you work with these kinds of questions. And this is what I mean. So you see here for the CL and the LK, we said focus on this image. But then the moment you want an expression for the MN over there, you need to focus on the other part of the image, which is this part over there. Now, if you're focusing on this part of the image, don't forget that this whole thing down here is representing 10x. These two things up here, this is representing 3y and 2y. Now, the idea is the ratio 3 to 2 is the same this side. This whole line here is also divided in the ratio 3 to 2. So your task is to share this 10x using the ratio 3 to 2. Because the 3 to 2 on the other side there is the same 3 to 2 on this side here because of the proportionality theorem. So if you think of what we did in the first question, right, we already know that AK over KB is equal to AN over NM. The reason for that, it's just the proportionality theorem. Nothing crazy, nothing major. Now the big issue here is we already know that AN over NM is just going to be divided using the ratio 3 to 2. So the AN here and the NM there, they are just divided in the ratio 3 to 2. Now the big idea is the entire line AM is being represented by 10x. So all you need to do is you need to split up this 10x using the ratio 3 to 2. Because technically, like you had here 3y and 2y because of what you have on the other side. But then we know that the y's cancel out there. So you'll just have a ratio 3 to 2. So let's split up the number 10x, or the entire line here 10x, using the ratio 3 to 2. So to do that, we know that this portion here is just 3 parts. This portion here is just 2 parts. So working with ratios, it's very simple. It's just like working with money. If you had like 15 rand, right, and you had to share it amongst 2 people using the ratio 2 to 1. Let's actually do that example. Say you had 15 rand, right, and you wanted to share it using the ratio 3 to 2. What you would do is you would firstly add up these two numbers. You'd get a 5, you see. And then what you would do is, for the part where the 3 is, you would say 3 over 5 multiplied by 15. This is going to give you one portion of where the 15 is going to go to. For the 2, you would say 2 over 5 multiplied by 15. That's going to be the other portion of where the 15 is going to go to. What I mean is 15 times 3 over 5 is just a 9, right? And then 15 times 2 over 5 is just a 6. You see, the 6 plus the 9 gives you a full 15. But then the 3 to 2 is what's telling you that the 15 is shared using the ratio 3 to 2. And you sharing 15 using the ratio 3 to 2, one portion is going to have 9, the other portion is going to have 6, you see. And all we had to do was, if you're going to share 15 using the ratio 3 to 2, all you do is you add the 3 and the 2 together, you get this number at the bottom there. For the portion where the 3 goes to, you're going to say 3 over 5 multiplied by 15, you get an answer. For the portion where the 2 goes to, you're going to say 2 over 5 multiplied by 15, which is where this 6 is coming from. So this same idea, we're going to do the same for the 10x. We are going to break down this 10x using the ratio 3 to 2. And this is how we do it. So the way we're going to do it is exactly the same way we just did the 15 now. So we want to break up 10 using the ratio 3 to 2, or 10x, doesn't matter. If you're going to break it up using the ratio 3 to 2, all you do is you add the 3 and the 2, you get a 5. You see, and then for the 3, all you say is 3 over 5 times 10x, you get an answer. For the 2, you do the same thing, you get an answer, you see. Now obviously this is like going to be like 30x over 5, which is just 6x. This one down here is going to be like 20x over 5, which is just going to be 4x. And there you go. So automatically you already know that this whole part is 10x, right? But then if you're going to split this line and this line using the ratio 3 to 2, this is going to be 6x, this is going to be 4x. And then that's going to make your life super duper easy. Because for your big picture now, here you know that this is just 6x, this is just 4x. Together they make 10x. So now you have something for this small portion, something for this small portion, something for that entire portion over there, which is like the whole 23x over there. Now your answer is like blown out of, it's like done now, because now you can easily work out what CL over LK is. We said that CL over LK is equal to this using the proportionality theorem. So what we now know is that CM over MN is just this whole line here over the MN here, which is just 4x. The x's cancel each other out, and then this is your final answer. You see, because I'm like, we already showed that the CL over LK is equal to the CM over MN. So whatever this is also what the CL over LK is. Now the good news with YouTube is that, I mean, like, all this, you could literally like take it all the way back to the beginning and then just like take it all in, you know. I'm pretty sure something clicked somewhere along the lines, you know what I'm saying? So that is that for this kind of equation. And that is the idea behind the ratios. You don't want to think that it's something like totally new and like brand new and like out of this world. No. Don't get confused by the whole x's and the y's and all that. No, all that is to show that you're working with the ratios. You're not working with like the lengths of the lines, you see. Hence why if you look here, the ratio here is like 3 to 2, right? And then for this side here, because the whole thing is 10, it means that one portion is going to be 6, one portion is going to be 4. And because it's like 10x, the one portion is going to be 6x, the other portion is going to be 4x. And for more tutorials like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you are still here, I have something to show you. Kablamo! Like, yeah, you're gonna see me push this study guide hard. Because, honestly speaking, yeah, the big idea with math is basics. If your basics are off, like, a lot of these things is really gonna, like, it's not gonna make sense. But then the point with this study guide that we recommend and we use is because it starts from the basics. You know, most grade 12 study guides will like start with grade 12 work, but this study guide, you can see it's not like a thin book or whatever. No, because it's not like just like grade 12 work only. No, this is like literally gonna start from grade 10 work and then move on to grade 11 work and then introduce grade 12 work. So for example, with things like Euclidean geometry, I mean, like, you do need to know a bunch of other stuff about lines and triangles, and sometimes all that work can be a bit overwhelming if you don't know where to get it. Now, the one thing I've noticed with other study guides is that most things they just like brushed through, and then the next thing you know, you're working with creative work. But this study guide does not do that, which is why we use it ourselves. But if you need to get this study guide, you can get that on our website. The link to that is in the description. 2 ways to get the study guide. You can just buy it directly from our website and they'll ship it to you for free, or you can sign up for the all access pass once off for the year. Not like the monthly subscription, like just get it once off for the year, and then we'll be able to ship this to you as well, you know, for free, because like, yeah, we want you to use this book. Because the big idea is when you do get a hold of this book, sure, I mean, like, the results speak for themselves. It's a book. It's not like I don't know, let me not use a weird example. So the best way you're gonna see that these books work is if you actually use them, because like, I guarantee that if you use this book, if you use the online courses, trust me, you're gonna have a part A when it comes to those math exams. A part A. Anyways, that's that from my side. Don't forget to share this video. Well, apart from sharing it, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. In the comments, you can ask me different questions that you may have based on whatever it is that you're doing. You could be asking, bro, how do I structure my day so that I can study everything? How can I study the math and paper 2 together? Blah blah blah. Just like common questions that you may have, you can always just pop those in the comments, and then I shall answer the questions, because that is what we're here for. We're here for the people. So yeah, I will catch you in the next video.